This is it. What you've all been waiting for. In one corner, Mike Yazji defending David Garrard. In the other corner, Skyler Chase defending Blake Bortles. This is the backup quarterback debate. I'm your host, Keith Manzi, alongside my phone because I don't have any other notes on me. I am going to be guiding you through this adventure, hopefully holding back. If we have any fights, I will have to be the only one to prevent those or keep them at a minimum. I don't know.
I scratch.
Okay, well,
It's mainly in my back, like it scratches.
This has been long overdue. We apologize for the delay, scheduling, we can make up excuses for days, but
it was
we're
mainly
here.
The virus.
Yes, we're here and now. How do we determine who goes first for their opening statements?
Coin flip, NFL
I was gonna say I don't have a coin.
All right, Mike, get a coin real quick. I will flip.
Get a dime.
Ooh, Dimes on Duval reference. This debate is brought to you by Justice Designs. Justice Design is there for your every need. If you are planning a wedding, if you're planning an event, contact Justice Designs. You can either contact Teresa Justice or Zach Justice, and they will get you what you need. I have my coin now. We have a 2019 penny, Lincoln on the front, the shield on the back. Who's calling it?
It's Mike's home. I'll call it.
Yep, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Call it in the air. I will do the catch and flip on my hand. This is what heads looks like. This is what tails look like. Bad radio, but it's all good. Ready?
Tails.
It is tails.
It never fails.
Skyler, would you like to go first?
I'll defer the opening statement to Mike, please.
Defer the opening statement to Mike Yazji. Mike, you have the floor. Please tell us about David Garrard.
Okay, well, first off, Garrard has made one Pro Bowl. Bortles has made none. Next up.
I thought that was it. I was like, wow, that was really lame, man.
No, not it.
I should fact check that.
Bortles has had more talent than Garrard did. Garrard's only talent was an older Jimmy Smith.
This is supposed to be an opening statement on why you're defending him. We're not debating. Yeah, I got it.
I'm defending Garrard.
I know, but it's an opening statement.
Yeah, you're almost like attacking him already.
No, I'm just saying.
All right, go ahead. Keep going.
He had no talent to work around him. And the fact that although he is the third leading passer in Jags history, I still think he is the better Jaguars quarterback than Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles was the king of inconsistency. That's all I got to say for now. Go ahead, Skyler.
All right, the floor is yours, Skyler. Tell us about Blake the Boat Bortles.
I'm be representing Blake Bortles, as mentioned prior by both my opponent Mike and then also the mediator Keith. But thank you for hosting this event.
Thank you for allowing me to host.
Technically, I'm hosting.
Well, you're hosting the palace, but
you provided the location.
That's
I am
true.
The voice.
That is true.
Anyhow,
not the voice of Scott Manzi though. He is his own voice.
He is the king.
I apologize.
I'm the voice of Dimes on Google
for Mike's interruption. But anyhow,
stand.
Anyhow, so I'll be representing Blake Bortles. He knows my first name. He's been to Coastal Indoor Golf, great facility, and I'm gonna defend him because he's got a bad rep, and I think it's just some of his numbers are misleading. But we'll get into that during this.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear both sides of this. I'm still a fan of Quinn Gray. I think he was the best backup, or I guess third string for that matter. But you know what?
Cleo Lemon.
Shoot. Chad Henne. I mean, we've had some all-stars back in our QB room, but I think we're ready to go. Who wants to just start out?
Go ahead, Skyler. Go ahead, Skyler.
All right. What's the first question?
Oh, God. Are we answering fan questions? Oh, wait, no, Mike, that was directed to me. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I was, yeah. I mean, we can if we want. If I have time at the end, we'll answer your questions you asked like 3 months ago. That a lot of them are already outdated because, of course, it's my fault. I apologize. But
anyways,
Skyler,
so
tell me why.
I'll just start with some facts, okay? Blake Bortles is ahead of Garrard in franchise passing yards, second, only 8,052 behind Mark Brunell, which he could have surpassed if he played 3 more seasons here, perhaps. He's also the franchise leader in season passing yards at 4,428. And he's been to an AFC championship, Mike. An AFC
one
championship.
play away from a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Well, you can say a few plays away.
Yeah, but
One monumental play.
poor coaching decision, which goes along. That fits his whole career. I think he's just been with bad coaches, and his talent has not been able to be maximized. His first.
There is no talent.
There's an immense amount of talent. You don't just get drafted 3rd overall because you don't have any.
He had
talent.
2 good games in college. Louisville game and the Fiesta Bowl game against.
Yeah, but we're talking about
who
his
they
Jacksonville career.
Yeah, I know, but that's why he went number 3, because of those 2 good games.
How much can you tell me about David Garrard at East Carolina?
Oh, hell no. He had no
Same
college
conference right there.
career. He had no college career.
Go
compared to
Pirates.
Bortles.
Anywho,
Well, okay. Go off with the offensive coordinators. Blake Bortles, how many did he have in his tenure here?
I believe it's like
too
his
many to
first
count.
3 or 4 years, he had a new one each time, and then
And
it was
that's hard to adjust.
Yeah, when his first year with Coughlin, second year, 2018 was his first time going with the same offensive coordinator. So yeah, that's very tough. I couldn't imagine how difficult that was for Blake.
I mean, you have to learn a whole new.
I wish
offense.
the fans could see my face right now because, oh my gosh.
You have to learn a whole new offense.
It's very
You have
difficult in the
You have to
NFL.
literally. Yeah, I mean, it is tough. I mean, I can understand that. Mike, you got a counter? I mean, I'm.
He's
On
got
what?
he's got a couple counters in the kitchen.
That's true. Blake Bortles is garbage. He was a tight end converted to be a quarterback in college. I'm sorry, in high school. You can't deny that. And did you fact check me on Blake Bortles' 0 Pro Bowls? Because he definitely not going
I
to
think
Pro
he was
Bowl.
injured in 2016, so he wasn't passed over or something.
He didn't go to a Pro Bowl.
Technicalities.
Anyway, he didn't go to a Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Garrard went to a Pro Bowl in 2009. Granted, he was the 3rd string, but still a Pro Bowl.
Did he go to an AFC championship, Mike?
No, he went to a divisional round and lost to the 18-0 Patriots. Or 16, 17-0 at the time. But either way.
Yeah.
Get your numbers right.
Whatever. Patriots went 18-1. I'm glad they did. Garrard's career record, 39-37. Okay, not bad.
Okay.
Bortles, 24-49.
And I think there's coaching mistakes.
That is not all coaching.
Not
Bortles,
all.
okay.
What's half the losses? What are
half the losses?
Yeah, what's half of that number?
What's half of 49?
49.
24.5.
Put that in one column for coaching.
So, okay, Mike, with all of those losses, there was 49. Let's just round that up to 50.
24 and 50.
Okay, so you have 50 losses. How many of those do you think rode on the shoulders of Blake Bortles?
Quite a bit, because he had 13 pick sixes in his career. Take away those pick sixes, they choose the game. They determine some games.
He looks cute in that picture.
Yeah, in the Rams uniform. But, and everyone's pointing that 2015 season where he had 35 touchdowns. It's great. But he had 18 interceptions.
I believe he was number 53 on the NFL Top 100 players.
I don't give two
Where
shits
was
what-
David Garrard?
I don't think they had the list at the time. Even then, Garrard wouldn't have made it, probably.
Exactly.
Garrard is an average quarterback, but Blake Bortles is below average.
To counter you on that, Skyler, there have been some pretty bad people.
The
on
top
those
100 list is one of the worst lists created.
I would not trust those. So
I object.
I'm going to redact that from the evidence. So I apologize that you cannot use that.
It's still a fact that he was number 53 or whatever.
It's a fact that is a number that was given to him, but I don't think he was
I'm not here to debate the validity of that list, obviously.
But you can't put it up in an argument if you're not.
How many
saying
of
it's
your
valid.
stats came from Wikipedia, Mike?
None of them, because they came from Pro Football Reference.
Pro Football Reference, the greatest reference for your pro football needs.
So, Skylar, I've got a question for you. How many 1,000-yard receivers did David Garrard have in his 8-year career in Jacksonville? Or no, I'm sorry, 6-year career.
I don't think he had any on the team at the time.
Actually, he had 8 years.
Now, phrasing of the question. Is this in the receiver's history or while they were getting thrown to by David
Garrard?
Okay.
Now,
And that's how bad David Garrard was, because he couldn't elevate his players' game. Allen Robinson, Allen Hearns, 1,000-yard receivers.
that's because they're actually
Blake,
good.
And Blake Bortles elevated their game.
Allen Robinson averaged 1,000-yard receiver with Mitch Trubisky. I don't want to hear that argument.
And Blake Bortles is better than Mitch. We can debate that too.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin, you want to come on this one? You can debate Skyler on that.
No, he
Mitch-
wouldn't argue
No,
that.
I wouldn't allow that to be an argument because Mitch Trubisky sucks. So
Anyways,
I don't want to hear about him.
so there's only been kind of one, and that was Jimmy Smith, and that's because he split time with Garrard and Leftwich. And that was 2005. And that was an older Jimmy Smith before he retired due to off-field issues.
Byron Leftwich, future head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, calling it right now. Keep going though.
Anyway,
I'm just here to throw in.
so
random shit.
these are the names of the receivers that Garrard has thrown to as full-time starter.
Primetime.
Dennis
Mercedes
Northcutt.
Lewis.
Dennis Northcutt, Reggie Williams, Ernest Wolford, Mercedes Lewis, Matt Jones, George Reister.
Hey, baby.
Here's where it gets some interesting names. Greg Estandia, John Broussard, Isaac Smolko, Troy Williamson. Everyone knows Mike Sims-Walker. One of the biggest free agency busts we've had, Jerry Porter. Richard Angulo, Mike Thomas, okay.
Mike Thomas, that's respectable.
Zach Miller, another free agency bust, Torrey Holt. Jared Dillard, Nate Hughes, Zach Potter, Jason Hale, Taquan Underwood, Kasim Osgood. Those are the receivers and tight ends he's thrown to.
Zach Miller, a great player. Before the injury.
Before the injury, he was not. No, he was not good. Don't give me that.
He caught.
I am just.
No, maybe not in the chat.
There has not been one good receiver he's thrown to in his career. Bortles had Robinson, had Hearns, had Lee before the injury.
And I
Ernest
think-
Wilford was respectable, at least.
Not like Robinson
Jones
level or
was great
Hearns.
before the.
Off-field issues? Okay, back to cocaine. Just
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring that
Where's
up.
my credit card?
That's just from being in Jacksonville.
But my thing is,
It sounds like a
Bortles
bad
is
GM.
below bad GM. Our GM isn't much greater right now.
Don't scream.
Well, you said we had talent all around Bortles. Is what I'm hearing.
Offense
So,
receivers
so
better
it's
than.
just bad coaching. Is what I'm hearing. Didn't accelerate the.
Who was Garrard's coach?
Yeah, Jack Del Rio.
Not the greatest coach either.
But he wore suits.
I love the suits when he was wearing them.
Jacksonville's all jacked up.
That was such a stupid saying.
That was
But-
bad. Almost, that was worse than I'm shotgun and I'm all in. And then we
That
went
was
like
so stupid.
3-12.
I was at that pep rally. I asked him if I could touch his mustache, and he said no. But then he drew one on the poster and said, "May the power of the stash be with you."
That's actually a really cool story. Anyway, back to the debate.
Anyways.
Okay,
What
so
if-
with
But your art. Go ahead, Scott. I want to hear what you're going to say about those receivers that I just named off that have been garbage for the Jaguars in those 5 years.
Well, I mean, it's hard. The way they had their offense set up, it was definitely a run-first offense with MJD and Fred Taylor. So, what do you mean?
JD. I mean, only.
We had
so,
a top 5 defense while he was there, so we just ran the ball and played defense, and that's pretty much what had our 2005 playoff run. And then
And what argument are you just
2007
using against me? You're using against Blake Bortles.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying it was better than Blake Bortles. I'm just saying that's the benefit. Yeah, those are the bright spots.
Yeah, but the 2017 team was carried by a defense, a top defense, and then one of the best running games in the league in Leonard Fournette.
Yeah, and then I felt like the offense gave up on him the very following season because we were 3-1 to start the 2018 season. We were rolling, and we had some injuries to Cam Thomas, and then Jalen Ramsey started being like a diva and started playing
Cam Thomas.
What's the offensive
Cam
line?
Robinson?
Yeah.
Cam Robinson was hurt week 2, so yeah. But I mean, it's still early on, but I see what you mean.
But yeah, so that's what started the demise of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We had injuries and then we couldn't run the ball. So 2018 was a upstart, and I think had the team and defense not given up on him.
But they had every reason to give up on him.
Yannick Ngakoue was hurt. No, I feel like after 2017 he proved he was good, but I think the contract made the team kind of oppose him a little bit.
To be fair, that contract should have never been given out.
Yeah, and I can agree with that, but I think that kind of ruined the locker room a little bit. And my argument is that there was a lot left on the table. I
mean,
think
we
Blake
went,
Bortles
like
was-
you said, we started off 3-1 with Blake Bortles in 2018.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
When he finished 3-9 as a starter
Yeah.
before he got benched for what is his name? Cody Kessler.
Yeah,
what a bum.
he gave up pretty much just like the
I mean, the
defense
team
did
gave
after
up.
that. Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I don't believe
and Tom
that.
Coughlin was ruining the whole locker room.
Yeah, it's Coughlin. I'm glad he's gone.
So I think you had a toxic environment that ruined his chances of growth in this city, and I think we don't know the potential, but I think his potential was better because he's already proven that he could do more, and like he had more rushing yards. I'm sure I can pull that up, and I'm sure he had more rushing yards than David Garrard, more rushing touchdowns and such.
So
do you think that has anything to do with the league evolving?
That's also what I was going to say. In
Quarterbacks
2015,
Yeah,
Bortles didn't have a running game. His running back was Chris Ivory, I think, maybe, if that. I don't think they signed him in 2015. It was TJ Yeldon.
Toby.
Yeah.
Toby Gerhardt, 4th and 2 on the goal line.
No talent around Blake Bortles. No running talent.
So he had to make his own running
So
game, which
what?
made his arm tired. So
Exactly.
No.
And, it's easy for David Garrard just to hand the ball off to Maurice Jones-Drew, and he just like, whoop, pops 5 guys down, and Garrard's like...
and scattles.
So actually...
Garrard was carried by MJD in those Tennessee games.
Bortles was carried by Fournette and Hearns.
In one season, 2015, he did all of that on his own.
No, he did not. It was all Robinson and Hearns and Lee. And on to the tight end.
But who put the ball in the right spot?
Also in the wrong spot.
Sometimes.
18 picks.
He wasn't efficient, okay, but...
Look up those rushing yards.
Gus Bradley's motto was just throw it up and everything will work it out. We heard that so many times in press conferences where Gus Bradley was
Gus Bradley.
Yeah, he's like, I just tell Blake not to worry, just throw it up there, and the picks are going to come. So that's why I'm blaming coaching.
But also, if it's a good quarterback, you don't listen to you don't have to listen to your.
He came from a smaller school though, so he's not as developed in terms of like UCF's a big school now. He helped develop that program.
Garrard came from East Carolina.
I understand that, but he also sat. He didn't start right away.
I know that, but he also took
Blake
over.
Bortles sits,
but he also took over.
Process the information better before his.
Also took over for Leftwich when Leftwich was garbage and led the team to the playoffs.
Yeah, he still sat though enough to know
2 times actually
to see what Leftwich was doing wrong.
Yeah, I mean he literally had a couple minutes to sit there, drink a cup of coffee, and be like, okay, this is what this guy's doing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to throw the ball as hard as I can at Fred Taylor and watch it bounce 30 yards in the air because he threw it too hard.
The fact that Bortles, some of his picks,
they're
are just
baffling.
baffling.
Yeah, but that's immaturity.
It bounced off TJ Yeldon's foot.
He was trying to throw it away.
I mean, I'll cut him some slack on. Some of those were just bad luck. I mean, that's ridiculous. It was a bad throw. He should not bounce off someone's foot
thrown
and go
some
up in the air.
terrible throws, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Absolutely. You look at some of his pick sixes, it looks like a college quarterback.
And
it's
also,
like this guy's never played
the thing is, he's not a quarterback. He never played quarterback in high school.
Part of this
until college.
and so part of that too is like when he came into the league, they were trying to change his throwing motion. The best 2017, his throwing motion was the most efficient it had been. He had been working with the coach in California,
Tom House,
because he used to walk like the Egyptian. They used to make fun of him because he bring the ball down like this.
And had he actually got that proper coaching for early on in his career, sit while he's developing his throwing motion. I think there's a lot left on the table. I think his potential and talent.
There is no potential for someone who played quarterback 6 years ago.
Not anymore.
Picked it up
I'm just saying that his potential was ruined, and
I think it's like Mario Hezonja. He had.
Don't even get me started on Hezonja. But to answer the rushing question, God, Keith, you got me pissed off with that comment. Blake Bortles rushed for 1,775 yards in 75 games for Jacksonville. Garrard rushed for 1,746 yards in 86 games. So more games, less yards.
Better runner, Blake Bortles. Check. Better passer, Blake Bortles. Check.
Not a better passer.
More AFC Championship appearances, Blake Bortles. Check.
Would have been a better construction worker, Blake Bortles.
Check. Can shotgun
okay, not more. No.
Better relationship.
More interceptions, Blake Bortles. Check. More fumbles, Blake Bortles. Check.
I'm just seeing more checks.
What's the fumble ratio between the two?
Ratio.
It's all about getting that check.
Getting the check. Where's the fumble ratio?
I'm curious just because I really think you just said that. I'm not sure if you actually knew.
Garrard, 44 fumbles. 46 for Bortles.
Okay, 2 more.
Doesn't matter. Still more fumbles.
Who played more games?
Garrard had 86.
86 to 78. So, 75 to... started 76 games, actually, for Garrard. So I take that back. No, 1746 and 76 starts for Garrard. Because he played 86 games. 73 starts
Do you think if you put Garrard with Robinson and stuff, he could throw the deep ball as well as Blake Bortles?
Yes.
I mean, he had the one Hail Mary, but that was pretty much
That's literally the only highlight, and the 4th and 2. So, like, and the thing is, his talent wasn't as good as it was what Bortles had. Bortles had Robinson, had Lee, had Hearns, will leave for a stupid injury.
And bad coaching just ruined it all.
God, Spiley's a moron and should not be a head coach anywhere. But 2017 and 18...
He isn't for that reason.
2017 and 18, he had a decent coach in Marone.
Yeah.
And he still sucks.
In 2018, we would have been better if we signed Robinson instead of Marquise Lee as well. And we, like I said, we started 3-1 that year. Had we had Robinson 2018, who knows what Blake would have been able to do with him and Fournette
but
on that
man,
offense.
how can you get over the pick sixes?
I mean, I can get over it because he was taking care of the ball better.
No, he was not taking care of the ball better.
In 2017, was his best year to take care of the ball.
18 interceptions, 51 sacks, and how many fumbles?
I'm talking 2017.
2017. I'm sorry.
He had his best interception rate then. And
13 picks? No. 13 picks.
That's
2018 was 11, but then he
didn't finish the whole season.
13 picks for 2017. 70. Oh no, it's not 5 sacks. 24 sacks. Yeah. The thing is, the defense put him in short field situations, so it's kind of hard to screw up that.
But you don't. Would you agree that the offense would have been better with Allen Robinson in 2018?
Yes,
exactly.
Everyone says
Blake
that.
Bortles.
Put Allen Robinson with David Garrard. It's a different situation. Garrard actually would have a better career.
All right, you sit there. You trot out both of those
Allen
quarterbacks.
Robinson would have been 10 with David Garrard.
You trot out both of those quarterbacks with the dream offensive line. You've got Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell, Allen Robinson, Allen Hearns.
Okay, so you're going top.
All of these good players, the best at each position in Jaguars history. Who is better?
Gardner Minshew.
No,
I'm taking on what's his name, David Garrard.
Minshew. Whoa, where are we going here? Okay, so you're still sticking to your guns with Garrard. You're sticking with Bortles.
Sure.
Now,
real confident there.
We need to hear from you.
these days.
This will be an Instagram post. I will post with these two fine gentlemen in a cute little pose, probably. And you need to tell us what you think. Who do you think won this debate? Do you guys have any other condiments?
Ending statement,
Closing
comment.
arguments?
Yeah, I believe, I stated a lot of facts tonight where,
facts.
Mike went with the mudslinging, as you can tell with the negativity. And
Yeah, Blake Bortles is ass. He's just ass.
that's bullying. We don't condone that on this network.
God, I hate Blake Bortles. As a quarterback. As a person, he's a nice guy, but as a quarterback, he's terrible.
As the mediator?
We will have our parody song ready. Genie and Bortles. I have the lyrics. We got to get better vocals on the track.
I have the beginning vocals track, but it's very raw.
We can play a rough raw cut.
If you know anyone that is a singer, we would love to have you as part of our team because we don't possess those skills very well.
Not me, no.
Yeah, I don't either. Those high notes.
All right.
That was good
That
stuff.
sounds like I dominated this. Like,
Let us know
You
who
definitely
you
did not
think
dominate
won.
anything.
We can put a poll up on Twitter if you'd like, but for sure there will be an Instagram post. Skyler is pulling the Tony Reale, crumpling up his notes, throws them at the camera. The debate is over. I'm hitting my imaginary gavel on the table. You are the judge. Who do you think won? Check out Dimes on Duval on Instagram.
Next?
Like the post, comment who you think the winner is. Thank you guys for listening. Again, this debate was brought to you by Justice Designs. I hope you have a great day.